Hello, this is Roger Shouse, and this is Jumpstart Rewind. This is part of our Heaven Bound podcast family. Mark chapter 4, verse 41. They became very much afraid and said to one another, "Who then is this that even the wind and the sea obey him?" Our verse today, taken from a section in Mark where there are a series of fast-moving miracles, calming the storm, flowing into the next chapter, and the casting out of multiple demons. The emotions within these two powerful sections are hard to fully understand. The disciples thought that they were about to die in a storm. They awaken the sleeping Jesus and say, "Do you not care that we are perishing?" Putting that into our words today, we're about to die. Have you ever been that scared? And as Jesus calms the storm, our verse appears. They became very much afraid. This wasn't due to the storm. The storm was over. They ought to be breathing easier now. They ought to be reflective and calming down. Instead, it's just the opposite. Their fear level climbed. And as we turn the page in Mark, here comes this wild-looking, naked man running toward them, screaming. I'd be back in the boat if I was one of them. The text doesn't tell us that they were afraid, but is it necessary? Can't you imagine it, and can't you see it? What was this man going to do? So let's reflect just a little bit about fear. We might get a moment of scare when a child hides behind a door and pops out to our surprise. We might get scared for a moment when a car nearly hits us. But those moments pass quickly, and we don't dwell upon them. In contrast, multiple times in the Gospels, we find the disciples afraid. Seeing Jesus walking on the water, they became afraid. At the Transfiguration, the three disciples were very much afraid. At the tomb, the angel spoke to the women and said, "Do not be afraid." When the shepherds in the field saw the angels who came to announce the birth of Jesus, they became terribly frightened. We don't get scared very much these days. I can only imagine what sitting through a hurricane would be like. A couple of years ago, I went skydiving, and the moment I left the plane, now that was scary. But most days, things are pretty calm and normal. Now, here are some thoughts. First, fear reminds us that there are things beyond our control. Storms, death, crime, violence. Many people had to face these terrifying things. Daniel in the lion's den. The three Jewish men being thrown into a fiery furnace. Israel seeing the coming Egyptians while they had a massive sea in front of them. Jonah inside a giant fish. Sometimes our fear is imagined. What if I run out of money when I'm retired? What if the kids no longer want to visit? What if I have to go to a nursing home? And those unknown and imagined fears can be as real as a thump in the night. Second, it's hard for us to understand your fear. When I read our verse today, it doesn't make me fearful. I have the rest of the New Testament. I know how the story will end. I know what happens. They didn't. And so it is with each other. I don't understand the fear that a new widow has when she walks into an empty house and has no one to talk to. I don't understand the fear that parents of a prodigal live every day. What's it like to have more bills than money and more problems than options? I may not understand your fear, but I know that there can be very real for you. I can pray for you. I can hold your hand. I can listen to you. I may not think that you have anything to fear, but I'm not in your shoes. Fear tends to lessen when we are with others. Thirdly, the one sure solitude is that God is greater than anything we fear. God is greater than death. He conquered it. God is greater than any health issue. God can be with us and is with you when others cannot. When you walk into that dark, empty house, God is with you. When there's no one to talk to, He is there. He hears. When the medical results do not turn out favorably, God is there. His promises are sure, His word is comfort, His way is absolute. The greatest fright is dying without knowing the Lord. Our choices, our steps, our decisions, they take us closer to the Lord and with the Lord, or they ignore the Lord. But one day we will stand before the throne of God. It will be a great day for those who have trusted the Lord, loved Him, and walked close to Him every day. It will be sheer terror for those who have closed their eyes to the Lord. Fear. Sometimes it can lead to good things in our lives. Thank you so much for listening.